say that televised poker should be played for the highest of stakes. People always say that televised poker should feature only the most skilled pros. People always say that televised poker should have a competent and knowledgeable host. Well, to those people, we say, nay.
Live from the Gardens Casino in Los Angeles, it's Poker Night Live, Hollywood home game. Tonight we've got rock royalty with poker rock star Gavin Smith, rocker X Shanna Moakler, from Alice in Chains Jerry Cantrell, from Anthrax Scotty In, music manager Marc Pollack, and your host, who neither rocks nor is a star, Joe Stapleton.
Thank you, I guess, Tiffany Michelle. Hello, my babies, and welcome to Poker Night Live, Hollywood home game rock royalty. I am Joe Stapleton. I am not rock royalty. I am a poker commentator, and I somehow wiggled my way down to the table, but I do have to play with my own money. We just figured it might be fun if I got to talk to the players rather than at them. You saw me spit right there, didn't you, Shanna? You backed up from it. It's a live show. That means we need someone else to talk at the players and spit into a microphone upstairs. Those shoes are being filled by Jesse Abramowitz. Say hi, Jesse.
Hey, Joey, what's up?
Hi, Jesse. What's up, Jess?
I said say hi, Jesse, not say hi. You know what? It's fine. We'll get it in post. Jesse can see all the hoe cards to keep people at home up to speed so we at the table cannot hear a word he says. The game tonight is No Limit Texas Hold'em. Everyone's bought in for $500 and the blinds are 5-5. Now, traditionally, this is the point where some unoriginal person would say, shuffle up and deal. But I didn't get to be the world's first minimum wage TV show host by not coming up with my own catchphrases. So, dealer Caitlin, please mix up all the cards and hand them out to the It's already done. It's already been done. Great. All right, let's get going. Action on Jerry Cantrell here to kick things off.
Oh, that's a stellar. And see ya.
You know, before...
Well, that's how it's going to be? That's how it's going to be tonight?
If you saw those cards, I think you would applaud.
No action?
We've
Oh.
been sitting here with cards in front of us for like a half hour.
Couple of rock stars. Couple of rock stars that can't even put in $5. It's first hand.
Yeah, Gavin's a bit of a needler, just to warn you guys. I'll check. All right, Gavin, let us see a free flop. He's doing us a favor. Everyone was deep in conversation before we got started about the new Call of Duty game, which I would have never expected.
Yeah.
Jerry and Shanna both are like, Call of Duty.
I'm kind of.
Hey, just stay away from Shanna. She's my new girlfriend.
No problem. We're just gonna meet online.
I'm kind of.
All right. As long as it stays online, okay, I can accept it.
I think you'd get jealous even of that, to be honest.
Me?
That's possible.
You were killing
Back to me, I checked.
Jerry again.
Meanwhile,
I'll raise 10.
got top pair.
Bet 10.
Bet 10, sorry.
10.
I'm gonna bet 10.
Betting 10. I'm gonna recheck my cards because I saw that on TV once, and then I'm gonna fold.
First hand. You can't
Did
win
it
it all if you don't win the
change?
first one. All right, I'm already buried.
All right, we're off.
That's it.
I feel like we should have kicked off the show with one of you guys saying like, hello, Los Angeles.
Hello, Los Angeles.
Hi.
Well, they both did it. They sort of played along, which I really appreciate. Is there a lot of stuff
Aren't
about...
we nationwide though? This isn't on just in LA.
That's true, but we are live.
Yes, we are
Here
live.
From LA?
Hello, planet Earth.
Live from LA. It's Tuesday night.
Turns out everyone is better at my job than I am.
Beautiful Hawaiian gardens.
Let's see, we got... Are you going to call
Scott, I
blind?
don't think you're
Scott?
blind.
There we go.
He's very experienced at this game.
Yes.
Cool.
I'm already out of turn.
Just correct me whenever I'm saying, because sometimes
No,
I don't know when my
That's a
turn
power
is.
hand.
I don't want
right
to be.
there.
I don't want to be the
Ah,
poker
you-
Tell
police.
me, just tell me.
I don't want to be poker police.
Oh.
You don't want to be?
No,
Why?
I don't like wearing the suit.
Jerry, I assume you have some experience with roadies, right?
Oh yeah.
Somebody's coming in to fix your microphone, I think.
Oh yeah. I got a bum mic.
I swear it's
Not the
just a
first
gag
time,
to
and
bring up the
hopefully
roadie
it'll
thing.
last.
It's not at all because our mic's genuinely screwed up.
They like to be called techs.
Tex, oh really? Is roadies like
Yeah,
so...
Rhodey.
Yeah.
They don't prefer to be called
No,
that
but they had
anymore.
that song about the roadies. It's one of the,
Jackson Brown,
yeah,
dude.
one of the best songs of
They
all
hate
time.
that song.
Yeah.
Can't say that anymore.
I love that song.
I don't hate it. They hate
They
it.
hate
Oh,
it.
they hate it.
They hate it.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're the crew.
Do they also hate Jackson Brown?
Some of them.
Some of them.
Really?
Some of them have a vendetta against Jackson.
Really?
Is it on me? Yeah, go ahead.
I gotta hear more about this Jackson Brown vendetta. It's the last thing I thought we'd be talking about tonight.
I
You
can't
did a
believe
flop?
that's true. Uh-oh.
Gavin
Oh,
also doesn't
that's
believe in
it.
space landing.
Top 2 for Cantrell and Pollack.
I'll go 20.
There's our first
Good
snort
idea.
of the evening.
I do now.
No, I do it all the time.
20 from Jerry, called by Marc.
Marc and Jerry.
Yeah, dude.
Ice cream flavor.
You guys have played a lot of poker together, haven't you?
We
have, actually.
We have. We've at casinos and at home games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one of you has lost more?
We see each other at the bike, and you've come over for some of the home
I
games,
played
right?
at your house.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing
So
each
Jerry
other.
is
at the garden.
bet,
Go to Hank
but his
Marius one that he doesn't.
8 is
have.
no good here.
I've gone to that a couple years.
I got the queen. That's it.
Queen 9.
Oh, queen 8.
Call that getting
Point to do a
hit.
man's job,
There
Jerry.
we go.
Really
That's how it's going to
close.
be tonight, huh? All right.
You know, everyone before we started said that you were going to be the toughest player at the table.
Oh,
And
BS.
that it's impossible
Yeah.
to get a read on you, and I'll say the story checks out so far. I wasn't like, Queen 9.
I play in a home game that Hank sometimes plays in.
Oh, you
Yeah.
played that one. Okay.
Not in Hank's home.
Oh, okay.
Different home.
No, I've gone to his house. Tournament he does every year. I went, I think 2 years to it.
Did Jample used to have a game, right?
Our game.
That was your game.
Every other Tuesday in Beverly Hills. We had.
Straddle.
What is this? We're doing
music
one
industry game.
first
Okay.
person straddle. Save this for now.
Yeah.
I can't straddle on the button.
Can't straddle the button.
What kind of an operation?
I don't know. I just decided in the moment to
Already
see if
got
I
you
could get you
restrained.
upset.
I'm very upset currently. All right, I'm over it now.
Gavin is quick to be upset. He is quick to get over it. I'll say that much.
Gavin is the rock star of
Whoa!
poker,
Don't be
so
throwing your
expect
cards
nothing
in the field,
less
Shanna.
than wanting to straddle that button.
And if you are going to throw them, let Gavin teach you how so it causes maximum damage.
Yeah. I used to be a dealer, and a guy threw his cards at me, and hit me in the chest, and I threw the whole deck back at him. I got sent home from work that day.
52 pickup, is that what it is?
Yeah. I was like, I'm not putting
Caused
up with that.
injury.
He was probably happy he could pick out the cards he wanted.
Check it.
We got a Aaron $5 tip, or is that your
I
tip?
think that's a tip.
Okay.
You guys are.
Well, I didn't give a tip when I went here and I just threw my card.
There we go.
Take a tip, too.
4 ways to the flop
Tips
top.
come-
that's
tips come
sweet,
so much
alright.
Scott
easily
Ian.
when the cameras are rolling. It's crazy.
Bottom pair backdoor
Well, you
clubs
should-
for Jerry Cantrell.
$10.
Yeah.
10 bucks. 10
Yeah.
bucks. Backdoor draws.
The
Nope.
whole goal of this game was to buy in for
Jerry is
2,000,
out.
I believe.
How long have
Scott Ian takes
Not
that
allowed.
one down.
Yeah.
Jerry, how long have you been
Yeah.
having that home game at your house?
Me?
Yeah. It's been a
about
long
14
time.
years.
Yeah.
You know, it's straight up,
don't-
you know, it's like the Odd Couple. It's the same pretty much group of guys. Get a few different people coming in. From
I don't
time to
recall.
I
time.
remember
recall
like
her getting an invite.
years and years.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome to come anytime.
I remember years ago. It would go late.
Yep. We'd usually start off with a hold'em tournament,
Yeah.
and then the hardcores. After the tournament's done, we do a dealer call
Cash
home
games,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, but we play all sorts of games.
Yeah,
You know, like
it's not the tournament is-
anything you can explain to the table, and we'll play it.
Oh,
Right. It was a dealer's
I'll come up with
choice.
some
whatever.
Right. The only rule was no wild card games.
Right, but anyone that could explain the game to anyone else, that was the game.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes
I assume that there must have been a time limit on the explanation. Like if you can't explain it in
No,
90
yeah.
seconds.
Yeah,
But it was
there would be a
90
table
seconds,
vote.
that's
I
a
can't
lot.
get it, we're not
Right.
playing it.
It
Yeah,
wasn't a
see ya.
crazy buy-in for the tournament.
Right.
And you could lose money in the cash.
Well, that's
This
how you
is
know
true.
it's a good
This is true.
it's a
That's
good
what I
home
remember,
game
yeah.
because when people bust out of the tournament, they want to stay and play cash. When you have that cash game spring up afterward, that's always the sign of a really good home game.
I like this raise from Cantrell. After 2
much was
limps,
the tournament buying?
bumping the button up to
100 bucks.
25.
Yeah, it's a cheapy game.
Can we afford that?
It's just for the hang.
I can only play every other week.
2 kings
I
for
find that when
Pollack
it
now.
comes to Hollywood home games, the cheapy games are more common than the really high stakes.
Wow. Okay.
I'm a monster.
I really
As I say that, Marc puts in a stack of
I wanted
100.
to see the flop, but I really
What a
wanted-
clown.
I know.
Is that a clown raise?
I wanted to play.
We don't know what your cards are, maybe.
It's more like the It clown, a little evil.
Yes, good call.
Evil
Kind of like
raise.
hiding out in the sewer.
Gavin
raise
just made
with
the
the
tightest
evil
laydown of his life.
Right.
What a clown, though.
I really wanted to play this hand.
Me
So did I.
too.
What'd they do?
You ruined the fun for everybody.
If you watch the show later, you'll see
I'm
what
sure,
I have.
But
This is a raise that reeks of jacks or tens or a hand that doesn't
Pocket
want to see.
pair.
Oh,
Yeah.
king. Wow. Okay.
Whoa,
Oh, I
really?
wanted to see the
Yeah, same thing.
This is a raise that reeks of a guy that's had kings cracked many times in his
Exactly.
life. Many times.
Exactly.
My kids' names are Kingston and Keegan. I never lose.
I had no business with
I never lose with Kings. Yeah.
Is that honest?
Yeah.
Kingston?
Kingston and
Kings are Gavin's
I love
lucky
that
hand.
name.
Keegan. I
That's my
never lose
favorite
with them because that's my kids' names. So if you
All right, guys, we have to take a break. More Poker Night Live
That's awesome.
when we get back.
But I do lose with Kingston all the time.
Poker Night Live is brought to you by our trusted friend, Kimosabi Mezcal. Why settle for tequila? Step up to Kimosabi.
Just kind of fell in love with the whole world. It wasn't even just the game of poker. It was the players. It was insane. Stepping into that universe made like 80s metal bands and all you hear about the raging and the partying in the 80s. The poker players were like, had doubled down on that.
Welcome back to Poker Night Live, Hollywood home game here at the Gardens Casino in Los Angeles, where due to present-day security concerns, I'm reluctant to say the name of Scott Ian's band. I feel like when you guys were coming up with the name Anthrax, did you ever imagine that it would be a problem? Like shipping giant crates of music places, musical equipment with the
No.
word Anthrax on it.
No, in 1981, nobody was throwing anthrax at each other.
So they were. So it was a thing, but did it become a
No,
bigger
they
problem
weren't.
later
I'm saying
on?
In 81, nobody
Oh,
was
they weren't.
throwing
I
anthrax.
couldn't tell if you're being sarcastic.
Yeah, no, nobody was. Nobody even knew what it meant. People thought it was a word we made up.
just for the record, I was only 13 in 1981.
So you could have been a fan.
Just to catch everyone up on the poker really quick. I'm the big blind. Gavin's made it 15.
I'm about to call the clock here.
Scott's called. Marc is in. I'm also calling. Right, so if you had to go by a different name sometimes or ship things under different names, so...
No, but it is, it is weird because, yeah, you'll see some, all the road cases and everything's got anthrax stenciled on it all over the place. And I'm sure there's a large segment of the population on this planet has no idea that anthrax is banned, so...
Right.
Actually, in the late 80s, they thought of changing the name of their band to HIV.
Right, that's we're going to move on from that joke. Gavin, action's on you. Good thing we have poker to save us from that.
No.
Yeah, no, don't sweat it.
In 2001, though, after 9/11, when that was the first time pretty much the world really heard about the real anthrax.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of questions on whether or not we were going to change our name, and we never had any intention of changing our name. And I made a joke. I wrote a blog on our website saying, "Oh, it sucks to even have to joke about this, but we're changing our name to Basket Full of Puppies." And then I went on to say,
Stapleton wrote that joke for
even
you.
to have to joke about this sucks. The next day on CNN, on the CNN ticker, it said heavy metal band Anthrax changes name to Basket Full of
That's
Puppies.
awesome. That's awesome.
So of course we made shirts.
Yeah, you have to make sure it's... It must have been good.
Yes.
That's
I
right.
want a
I mean, why-
basket full of puppy shirts.
That's awesome.
Capital.
Why else is CNN mentioning Anthrax at that point? So that's good, right? You made it onto
Oh, it was
mainstream.
crazy.
Go ahead, by the way. Go ahead and...
Oh, it's on me now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to play poker too.
Scott Ian does it
45.
back.
Oh, there he is.
Okay.
Another dick move.
We apologize
Play
for that.
poker with anyone else in the band?
No.
No one else in the band plays.
No. And when I was playing online a lot,
Yeah, I'm the only guy in mine. So.
and they saw me at winning actual money, then they all kind of like, I gotta get in on this. What, huh? Like, but
really?
no one ever really took the next step.
And you were like, first of all, you need a sponsorship deal. That's the
Yeah.
main way I make money.
First of all, get someone to sign you and play with their money.
Right.
What about you, Jerry? Anyone else in Alice play? And
I'm the only one too.
yeah,
I'm the
that's
only gambler in
interesting
the band.
because there's so much time on the road too. Like, you would think like, let's get a game going on the bus.
It's always good for me. I always like occasionally we'll do the casino gig. Like,
Right.
That's going to the poker table is kind of cool because
You go and sit and play
Nobody cares.
1-2 after a show
Absolutely.
at a casino?
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's just a nice kind of mellow thing to do for a couple hours. Sit, play.
I get it a
Kind
lot.
of unwind.
With the bands I manage, they want to play because they know I play a lot, so they want to play. I feel guilty because I'm already taking a commission on the show, and then if I take their money in the poker game doesn't
God,
really
Ian.
work well.
You don't feel
Pollack.
that guilty.
Kings, then
You don't
jacks,
look
then
like
ace
you feel
queen.
guilty. You don't look guilty
It's
at
like
all.
$100 raise.
Right. 45, please.
I tell them I feel guilty, and then. But if they beat me, I'll take 15% of that.
4 ways to the flop.
Just want to
65
remind
in the
everybody at
middle.
home that Marc over here is a manager, manages Eagles of Death Metal. That's your
Among
bread and butter these days.
No, I mean I manage a bunch of bands, but they're
Go ahead, name drop.
Come on,
Let's
man,
do it.
let's
That's
hear it.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
a Canadian band called Walk Off the Earth. They're on tour in Europe right now.
Nice.
Well, they're cool because it's Canadian.
Right, another Canadian band called The Beaches. They're young 4 women from Toronto that just won the Juno for.
You ever heard Monster Truck from Canada?
Yeah,
I love
I've
those
toured
guys.
with those guys
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
Great riffs.
Yeah.
30
Great
like,
riffs.
Good guys.
They're
a few times.
they're great, and The Beaches just won the Juno for Breakthrough Artist of the Year
Great.
this year.
Yeah, that's cool.
Really cool rock band. I have a band out of Australia called the Delta Rigs. Toured with the Foo Fighters and people like that. They're great also.
Do you have to travel a lot to see these guys?
I can if I want. I'm getting a little older. you know.
Managers stay home. We go out and work.
I've seen it before.
So top
A
still
good
good
manager
for
will come
Pollack.
and see what's
Ian
going
up and
on.
down.
No,
Speaking
I
of which,
go-
my manager was supposed to be here tonight, and I don't see him anywhere.
I go out a lot. I'll go at least.
Yeah.
You know, if there's a tour, if they're touring Europe, I'll
Yeah.
go out at least once or twice.
Yeah, you got to
If
go
they're
out and
touring
check
the
out
States,
on your.
You never know. I find some bands prefer I don't go out because I can get more work done in the office. But most of them.
Some are
want
probably a
me
little
out.
bit more self-sustaining than others too, right?
I mean, you couldn't manage 10 bands if they were all super high maintenance, right? Wouldn't you just?
Are you in any way interested in starting to manage Joe Stapleton? He's ready to break out. I'm telling you.
I would. We could take a meeting.
I've heard he's got a wonderful singing voice.
I'm great at meetings. I'm really good in the room.
Great.
I'm
great
not
in the
so great.
shower.
Not so great on television, but I'm great in the room.
This is basically Joe's coming out party.
I know Jerry's managed by a good friend of mine. His company, his manager's great.
Yeah. Bino.
Does he take 13% as well?
Great.
Yeah, that's about right.
Feels like I wouldn't do it for less than 20.
Back in the old days, it was worse. It was 20%.
That's what I'd
Yeah.
take.
Still,
I'm willing to do it for you if you
with the
want.
Changing
For 20.
music business, it's
Everyone with the rags except for Jerry Cantrell at 2 Kings.
For any,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
trickle down, so it's
That was a dickish move too.
hard. And touring is really the only where anyone sees any money these days. So.
The merch
At
table.
Marc's hand.
Hey.
No takers.
Dixon King wins
balls.
again.
No takers. I won $10. Yay!
Oh, you know what? I have a question about the parking lot T-shirts. You guys get none of that, right? We
Oh,
shouldn't be
no.
buying from the
No.
T-shirt parking lot people.
Some countries you play, like they set up the merch outside the venue, so people have to walk through the bootleg merch.
Like flea markets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't get in.
was like that. It was like
Yeah.
a whole
Yeah,
city
Mexico,
outside
exactly.
of the.
Yeah.
South America.
Yes, but you know they're
Italy.
bootleg tees when they say Blink 183 on
And
them.
you don't
Right,
want
totally.
you don't want to go in there and even try to take any of that stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
those people are not nice people.
I try to be a patron of the artist.
I'll tell you something that's a funny story. I had an artist that went outside in Mexico, went outside the venue in disguise and bought the fake merch and then stole their designs and sold those
35.
designs.
Oh, look at you.
Well, if
These
cards weren't
guys
good
make
enough,
them
2
after
aces
The
now
old
for
double
Cantrell.
re-steal.
No, he thought the designs were better than the ones that our merch company was making, so he stole the bootleg designs.
One time in Mexico, we actually made a deal with these
Gavin
bootleggers who were showing
defends
up
with
at every
9-6
show,
suited.
and we actually invited them in, and they came in and they sold inside as well, and we did like a revenue sharing.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, that's cool.
And nobody ended up dead.
Exactly.
Right,
That was
or
that's a good
kidnapped.
idea.
Go 60.
60.
If you
Big
could trust
bet.
them, that's a good idea.
Right.
Oh,
I
thank
think Gavin
you.
snap
They do
calls,
that.
bottom pair, gut shot.
Yeah, they come up with some
Right.
good designs.
So
Are you gonna do
Gavin,
this shot with me?
yeah, Gavin and Jerry playing a big pot. I could use a little something to drink watching this this big pot happen
I'm
here.
gonna need it.
Send one of those back here.
$75 and $100.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Something to loosen us
All right,
up,
you
right,
gotta- what are we
Shanna?
gonna cheer to?
Let's cheers to
Pollack.
getting loose
Rock and roll.
and to rock and roll. Sure, whatever.
In.
See you in.
It's a
Ooh, was
good
that
bet
that,
size. It's
I'm
the
drunk.
right bet
Doll
size, and
or
it works for
what's the name
Jerry
of that?
Cantrell.
Kimasabi mezcal. but
Wasabi.
That was
That
the
stuff
first
is
all
quite
in
good.
at the table.
First all in belongs to Jerry Cantrell.
You did not have aces.
I did have aces.
Claims
I'm
to have
gonna
had
be able to
aces.
find out.
Nice.
Check it later.
People at home know.
Gonna be able to find
If you end up not having had aces, I'm gonna be pissed.
All cams rarely
And
lie.
aces. Back to
Yeah,
back.
back to back.
So recently,
Yeah, I want
Kings
that
and Rockets,
seat.
man.
recently,
We got to take a quick break, unfortunately, Gavin. Before you get to a good story, can you tell it in less than 11 seconds?
no,
Can you tell it? I can give you 14 seconds.
no.
Unfortunately, we can't do it.
No.
The game's going to continue on. We do have to take a break, but when we get back, I will have finally worked up the nerve to make eye contact with Shanna Moakler.
Yeah.
My girlfriend.
Poker Night Live is brought to you by Sit and Go 2.0. Go to sitandgo20.net to claim your free Sit and Go 2.0 strategy ebook.
I may not be a rock star myself, but I was married to the great Travis Barker, who I truly believe is one of the greatest musicians of our time. He's a fantastic drummer, and he's also a really rock star dad.
Aw.
Welcome back, my babies, to Poker Night Live Hollywood home game from the Gardens Casino here in LA. Jesse Abramowitz is the voice in the sky.
I am so lonely back here.
He looks stuck.
He's peeking at our cards, so we cannot hear him.
Oh.
Now, Jesse's graphic was
To put something else in.
supposed to talk how much he misses his ex there. He wanted us to send a message to his ex. And I don't like to bring up exes in general with people on TV, but you were on a TV show called
Hollywood Exes.
Hollywood Exes, so I figured
Right.
it's safe. It's
I've got
safe
a couple
ground.
Hollywood Exes.
Yeah,
I do,
let's.
I do.
The resume is pretty good here. I'm gonna. I'll just
Resume.
limp in.
I must be fun.
So,
I remember Vanker's exes.
so yes or no on these? Dennis Quaid,
The ad-lib.
Yep, that's a yes.
gone for
Billy
Randy.
Idol,
That's a yes.
Oscar De La Hoya.
Yes. I'm kind
And-
of sounding like a whore here. What are you
Oh
doing?
my goodness, please. Don't forget.
They're all your exes?
They are, yes.
And Travis
Over
Barker.
decades of time, like,
And I'm gonna be your next
Just
ex?
finding out.
you're gonna be my
Gavin?
next ex. Yeah. No more exes. I'm gonna stay where I'm at now.
Just swiping.
Check.
Check.
That's
and
not- that's not
Shayna Big Blind.
Oh shoot. Check.
She checks. Okay.
Yes.
So you've married into Rockstar.
I did.
Rock
yeah,
royalty.
I dated an amazing, talented musician, Travis, who I
check.
think is really, really talented. I checked too.
And
More talented than Jared and Scott?
Well, they're all different at
Equally
their.
talented.
They're equally talented. They're all different at their instruments.
And that's the nuts
Jerry
for
is
Stapes.
better than Travis at being an Alice in Chains.
And he's better at being himself than I am.
Exactly. So we checked here.
They play different instruments.
Yeah, don't you all play different instruments?
That's half a band right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys should get together and form a
we both
new
play
band.
guitar.
Wait, if a super group gets created here on this show, that's got to at least get us a 2nd
I'll
season.
manage it.
So will be vocals.
I'm
no,
too
no,
busy
no.
with my band.
I'll sell the bootleg T-shirts.
The bootleg t-shirts.
I check.
I'll check.
I'm gonna bet.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna bet the full pot, which is $20.
Oh, that's a big
Joe goes
Yeah.
full pot.
It's the biggest bet I've made, that's for sure. My hands have been real bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you're
I
eating.
want to see.
Scott's not scared.
I want to see what
gonna fold.
what the river is.
It's only $20. Okay.
I'll start playing a little bit more loose as it.
You can't.
As the tequila keeps flowing,
Right, as the tequila keeps
Get the
flowing.
aiming fluid in there.
I'll just go 20 again.
Get her a Travis Barker tequila shot.
By the way, I like to show every hand. Do you want to see it?
No more Travis Barker.
Yeah.
I don't. The thing is, I don't bluff my idols. So I just, I have it every time.
There
I
you
just
go.
want everyone to know
Nice.
that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I like it.
Wow. Good
Joe
turn.
does turn over 9
Right?
10, which
Great.
was the
Wow,
nuts
I
on the
would-
turn.
I think I had a lot of
I
outs
keep
though.
like trying to play bingo with my cards.
Butt end of it.
Yeah.
I'm so close, yet I'm so far.
So like, seriously though, we just had the rodeo in Houston. Excuse me. And I went and saw Blake Shelton and I went and saw Garth Brooks. And I want to know if either one of you guys have ever done like a metal cover of one of their songs.
Not of one of
Like,
theirs.
you should do like Friends in Low Places metal version.
I was on a record, same album as Garth Brooks. We were both on a Kiss tribute record back in the 90s.
Oh really?
That Kiss put out called Kiss My Ass. Yeah, he's a massive Kiss fan, and Anthrax covered a song on the record. He covered a song on the record.
I covered a Willie Nelson song.
Did you really?
Yeah. I've seen all this world I
Me?
care
Yeah.
to see.
No, you
yeah.
cannot.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
small. Okay.
Was it on me?
And did you
going
metal it
anyway,
up or did you do it?
No, I kind of did it.
Kinda. Lower key?
No, I just did it my way, but it's kind of like a really quiet, somber tune. It's really sad, super sad lyrics, which is right up my alley. So.
Willie Nelson's a great songwriter, though.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I went on the tour bus to meet him. I was in South by Southwest, I think, and I smoked Marlboros back then.
South by
right?
that's the one they do in Austin, isn't
I sat down with him, and I'm like,
I raised 10.
Is it all right if I smoke? And everybody
Joe looks so guilty as he raises the option.
Well, you can smoke this, and there's a whole table full of joints. I'm like, well, I'm not really. I was thinking this, but okay, all right, I'll join you. So got to smoke a joint with Willie Nelson on his bus. Yeah.
I'm so sorry I raised into your story.
Yeah.
Well, when in Rome.
He raised you. He raised
Come on,
you.
man.
Raised his story.
You get a chance to smoke a joint with Willie Nelson, you got to do it.
Right?
Yeah, you do.
I was like,
I don't even smoke pot and I do it.
It was a great hanging out with that guy. Yeah. I was on a record called Twisted Willie, where a lot of rock guys did covers of his songs.
That's awesome.
I think he's probably the
top
one.
two
that
pair
I
for
would
Jerry.
I
get
have
nervous
kissed my
to
ass,
meet.
by the way.
Was that?
I think I would be like
Lenny
super
Kravitz is
fan
on that
dork
record,
if I
right?
met Willie Nelson. He's like
Remember who else?
No, I remember.
amazing.
I remember that record when it came out. It did come out a long time ago, but there was a lot of bands that were
I
on
think
it.
South by Southwest coming up pretty soon.
Because it was
finished.
It just finished.
Just finished? Shit.
It
it's
was
literally the furthest it could be from South by Southwest. It just.
Oh, but I love. Yeah, right.
Jerry.
He did a
The thing
reggae
is that-
album too.
Thing
got
is,
a piece.
I went to Austin
Really?
about a month ago to see MMA. It's the first time I've ever been to
that's
Austin.
really cool.
Nice.
What
hand.
a cool city.
Yeah, it's great.
I mean,
I'm
it's
now officially down in a hole.
We went to
Good
bar down on
hand.
6th Street and watched some band on a
Cantrell
roof
flop.
play. It was
Jerry does show King 9
Go back
top
to
two
Austin.
pair.
Sure.
Gavin, what part of Canada are you from?
I'm from an hour west of Toronto, little town called
Like Burlington?
Well, close, about 30 minutes. I'm from a town called Guelph.
Guelph, I know Guelph.
Okay, yeah, that's me.
Because the band Walk Off the Earth is from Burlington.
All right, that's cool.
They live in Dundas now?
Dundas?
Dundas.
Yeah, it's just outside of Toronto.
Yeah.
Actually, my nephew is in a band and plays a lot of guitar and, is hoping to get somewhere with it at some point.
They're called
Gavin,
Wheels
Is
Ontario.
this the nephew of yours that recently broke your arm?
No, this is brother. It's his brother.
Okay.
But thank you very much for bringing that up, Joe. Appreciate it.
Well, thank goodness you didn't wrestle with the guitar playing nephew, because that could
he's
have
bigger.
gone.
He's bigger. So the break might have been worse.
Is it me?
Yes.
Sorry.
On you, Shanna. That's all right.
Sorry, just remind me.
It's just a home
Shanna,
game.
go.
It's just a
all
fun
Shanna, go.
home game. I must
your
raise
turn.
again.
Gotta go.
What a jerk.
2 10s for Joe in the
I know
small
Jerry
blind.
takes
You guys
game
are starting to raise
seriously.
every hand now, so it's
I
gotta.
don't think he's going to like playing
more
the same
aggressive.
out of
No,
position.
Joe's been getting hands, it looks like.
I had a hand last hand.
All
with
you guys
Jerry.
that live in LA get hands, and the one guy that comes in from Houston that doesn't get a freaking hand to ever win.
I'll give you something back.
All right, let's hope so. Fingers crossed. I feel like now's a good time to show you my Rooster t-shirt.
I saw that. Yeah.
That's
My father would be proud.
If I keep losing, I'm going to show you my rooster.
I feel like that's the first thing Gavin said that might actually get through the censors tonight. I check.
Is it a little red rooster?
It depends.
Okay, go ahead.
By the way, they're talking about chicken sandwiches, which are delicious here at the Gardens Casino.
That they are.
You look like you're about to go all in. You're just-
No, I was just straightening my stacks. I honestly keep forgetting what I have. Okay, now I have to bet. 15.
You're good.
Woo! All right, fair enough. Yeah, we'll get to Jerry
You're
and
like
my
building a little
childhood in
castle,
the next
and
segment.
I'm
but,
building like a little koi pond of sorts.
Is that what it
over
is? You're
here.
the koi pond to my
I'm gonna try to
castle.
build a jacuzzi for your castle.
I like the
Chips.
idea.
So
that
when
you're
you
the
go
koi-
around
the
in
koi
buses,
pond to my
would
I have a
castle, that's
koi
nice.
pond. Your castle.
Your bus?
You gotta be.
Still?
You gotta. Touring by plane is really expensive, dude.
Yeah, but you guys made it now.
It costs a lot to tour, man. It costs a lot.
Right.
if you're doing like a really crazy multi-city tour, buses have got to be just more efficient too, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're going.
Well, I tell you, every once in a while, when we have to get someplace quick that we just can't make it on the road, you go by plane, but generally we go by buses.
My buddy-
I mean, you know, it's an endeavor, and it's a big investment up front on your part, because you've got to, you know, you've got crew, you got gear, you got drivers, you got a lot. It's an army of people that you're employing. So it usually takes a while into the tour before you start hitting the black.
My buddy Lane told me, I can't remember who the guy was who did a tour that was 50 concerts in 50 days.
Jesus.
And the only two he flew to was Hawaii and Alaska.
Really tough to drive to Hawaii.
4 ways to the flop.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I mean, unless it was like a comedy tour. Or...
No. It was a musician. I can't remember.
There's no way I could sing 7 days a week. Yeah, it'd blow me out.
What about 8?
Yeah, unless you're, I mean, you have to be an sellout arena band minimum to have a jet.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you're U2.
Well, yeah, stadiums.
check?
You've got multiple jets.
Yeah, I checked.
All right, I'll check.
Check.
Their jets have jets.
Nobody likes it. Oh, that made all the difference.
Do you do the commentary in your home game? Do you do this?
Check.
Sure, yeah.
15.
Shanna going for some value here with second pair. I think she's going to get it from Gavin.
Shanna, honest.
I got a jack 10.
Shayna's got a jack.
I think that'll do it.
Gavin just has a 9. I saw it. 10-9.
Who can beat that?
10-9 for Gavin. So these pots have been relatively small. I'm going to go ahead and say, if you guys want to start straddling, happy to do it. If not, I'm happy to chat with you guys and protect my own money here.
I'll do whatever you want me to do. How about that?
Hey, I got iced tea.
I'm an all-purpose poker player.
He's in. He's going to start with the straddling. I am just going to say that not everyone can be as beautiful as the people at this table, but Tiffany is about to tell you about a groundbreaking new product that can make you think you are.
I'll tell you, I went to...
That's right, Joe. It's called alcohol, and Poker Night Live is brought to you by Kimosabi Mezcal and Sit and Go 2.0. Don't forget, later this week, we have more live poker action. Go to gardenspokernight.com or watch at twitch.tv/pokernightTV. We'll be right back.
How would you like to play against the pros on national TV? Download now to play and win. It's absolutely free to play.
Works out before the shows, like drumming, like all
I think that's
day.
something to
Still do. When the Seattle sound broke, I considered them to be the best band to come from that grunge era. Jerry plays poker very well. He has no fear whatsoever. Still hard to read. Has no problem bluffing, and then when you think he has nothing, he has the nuts. I've been involved in music for as long as I can remember. A manager is basically an adult babysitter.
Welcome back to Poker Night Live, where we are being babysat by Marc Pollack over here, still playing 5-5 Texas Hold'em. These stakes are smaller than music streaming royalty checks, am I right?
Yeah.
Does that resonate with you guys at all?
TV residuals.
Yeah, those have gone way down. Yeah.
I've done probably 1,000 episodes of TV, and I've never had a residual check. So go ahead. We're going to keep playing here. Shane is in.
2 trays for Shanna.
Now, Marc, you said that managing bands is like being an adult babysitter. What is the biggest? What is the? You said it. Don't say thanks.
Yeah, I said it, and okay, go
and it made it to television. Who knew that when the camera was rolling and that quote was going to make it to television?
Yeah.
What is the?
All of his artists will be calling him later.
Yeah, I'm sure the ones that are watching.
No, because they all think it's the other artist.
Which band made you wear adult diapers?
There we go. No, the question I was
they all cause diarrhea.
The question I was teeing you up for is like, what's the biggest mess you've had to get one of your bands out of? You don't have to name them, but like, what are the kinds of things you've had to do?
I've had calls in the middle of the night that so-and-so's been arrested. I've had a call in the middle of the night asking me if sobriety is better than the other way, and then the call in the morning, not remembering that call.
Oh boy. Go ahead. Action here.
Hey, I'm sorry about that call, by the way.
What's like the biggest bill you've had to take care of?
I've had. I mean, the worst phone call I ever received was when Eagles of Death Metal was attacked by terrorists.
Yeah, of course.
Paris.
Yeah.
Not knowing whether they were alive or dead for several hours. That was
who made that call?
the former bass player in the band called me that he saw it on TV, and then it was a check, and that was several hours before we found out what exactly was going on. It was very scary.
So even though that was scary and a horrific event, there was some like positive things that happened as a result of that, right? Didn't the music community sort of come together and?
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't call it positive. I wouldn't call.
Sure,
it
of course. There was a triumph of human spirit that happened after.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there was a. It was a very hard. We lost. People died.
Yeah.
90 fans died. We lost our
old merch guy.
Our merch guy died.
Oh, really? Sorry.
Several people from our label died. My band hasn't recovered fully. There's not.
Well, I appreciate you talking about it like this because it's obviously not a pleasant
really,
thing. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, so there really wasn't a positive that can't. The only positive thing was that the band kept on going.
Right.
And it's still going. You know, they're stronger for it, but I don't think.
Is that something that you guys worry about now, like with concerts? You know, are you worried about anything like that happening now, like even with Coachella coming up?
Never really thought about it, but you know, events like that, or you know, what happened to Dime, you know, Dimebag.
Dimebag.
Yeah, with the Damage Plan, and what was that, Cleveland or
Columbus.
Columbus, yeah. But you know, something you never really had to think about a whole lot.
Yeah, after
But
Daryl, it all changed.
After all of that, sometimes it's in the back of your head when you get a little.
Good thing
things get a little
you're
crazy.
pretty skinny, so you're
Yeah.
a tough shot.
It was you know, it was.
Yeah.
We made a movie about it.
That was
cathartic.
yeah, that was a good film. But that was Tom Hanks' son made that,
Yeah,
right?
Colin directed it.
Yeah, he did a
was,
great job.
Yeah, you were at the premiere.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
It was cathartic for everyone to do that. Josh Homme and Jesse and everyone, and I thought
You
they
guys
did a
went.
great
You guys
job.
went back and played the venue too, right?
Not the venue, but we played
Yeah,
France
played-
again.
yeah,
We
played
did-
France again.
We invited everyone that was at the original show.
Oh, that was the U2 thing,
Yeah.
right?
We invited everyone at the original show to come to that show,
Yeah.
and we gave back as best we can, and we tried, and it was very cathartic for the band to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think if we.
Yeah, that would've been
what
tough.
U2 did was amazing. They flew us back for their show.
That's right. Yeah.
And had they not done that as soon as they did, I don't know if that band would have continued. My band would have continued.
Yeah.
Right.
They got us
Yeah,
back
yeah.
on stage so quick. I don't know if we would have done it.
That's cool.
Well, I appreciate you talking so openly about it.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
It was great. That
So
part
Cantrell
was-
does bet 20 with
what
the
you
straight.
did for us was completely amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah. Anyway, on that note, let's play poker.
there's still goodness out there, which is a good thing to focus on.
Oh.
I'm like, whoa.
No,
Right?
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm not sad now. I think I'm beat here. That's the
Can you guys delete the rest?
His instinct is right, and that's a really good fold from Pollack after calling
you.
the turn.
Nice job. Nice
Everyone's
job.
gonna be nice to each other for the next few hands now. Like, hey, I had it. I just want you to
How
know.
can you guys keep flopping pairs and straights and stuff like that? This is
I had.
ridiculous.
I got nothing.
Yeah, you know,
all,
that's cool.
all I had was a jack on
your
that
turn,
one. I
yeah.
kept
That's
calling.
it,
I
yeah.
should have folded. Oh well.
I think though, well, I only got one arm is the problem, but I think that we could take a couple of these guys in a fight. I could probably take Marc and Joe in a fight, I think, even though I only got one
I don't fight, so you win.
Are we getting physical because we're not winning?
Yeah.
I think
Just
that
exactly.
big blind
Nice
here
hand,
for
though.
you, Shanna.
All right, yeah, thank you for that reminder.
So you got Marc and I got Joe, just for the record.
Okay.
Because I only got one arm.
Gavin, you couldn't even beat your nephew. He broke your arm. I don't know what chance you think you have against full-grown adults.
He's 22 years old.
Okay, that counts.
Oh, I'm sorry, Steve. He's 22 years old, 6'1", 195 pounds.
Why do you know?
Well, I've got him
exactly how heavy
outweighed,
your nephew
at
is?
least. I may
All
be-
muscle.
But I'll tell you what, though, Joe, I
Check.
could beat the heck out of him when he was 7.
You
Yeah.
looked like you wanted to raise.
Better.
Meanwhile,
Whatever it is, we're
four
gonna
ways
be
here.
Check. Did you see what was that
Check.
movie, Dazed and Confused? The movie Dazed and Confused.
I think I did, but I don't really remember.
Years
Long
ago?
time ago, yeah.
Yeah, it was a really long one. It's an old Jim Carrey one, right?
No, it's
Is this a movie about teenage spanking?
Be a lot cooler if you did.
it was the movie with Matthew McConaughey. It was like his first
Okay.
movie. But there's a coach that one of the coaches on the football team that kept saying about his, my mother could take him, but my mother's 6'2", 420. Funny line in that movie.
It's Richard Linklater.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, wrestling my nephew wasn't the best decision I made over the holidays.
Especially when he was like, please, Uncle Gavin, no, I don't wanna.
But next time I see him, I'm gonna break his femur.
Oh my God, all right, well,
Break
that's
his
great.
femur.
That's, feels like this show, if it never airs again, will at least be used as evidence in a trial.
He felt so bad about it. But it's been almost 3 months. We're still nowhere near recovered. So
Very
that's
playable
nice.
King 10 for Jerry
Gavin and I,
Cantrell.
believe it or not, used to host a radio show together.
We did, as a matter of fact.
Back in the day. And
Well, we didn't actually both host it. You hosted it.
Gavin was, again, someone that kind of was annoying on the show while I was hosting it.
Correct.
But Gavin actually prop bet me at the World Series of Poker a couple years ago that I couldn't get 2 spray tans a day for 10 days straight.
It was 14 days.
It was something, it was an inordinate amount of spray tans, and me, smart guy that I was,
You're kind of the same color as Trump. Right?
I was at one point, like halfway through, I was Trump color. By the end, it was full Castaway. It was just native, and
Two chants a day.
If
It's
it-
hysterical.
the,
It was like Lenny Kravitz at the end.
the terms of the bet were that I wasn't allowed to tell the girls in the massage parlor what I was up to. So every day when I showed up, I looked like a crazy person. And the thing is, I have to thank Gavin for this, though, because that's the only reason anyone in poker ever noticed me. I was tan guy all of a sudden. It was like, oh, tan guy, what's up with the tan bet? Come on, tan guy.
I thought you were
And
gonna say I have to thank Gavin because that's how I met my wife.
That's how I met my wife for that summer. Worked at the tanning salon. Why did I say massage parlor?
I don't know.
Weird.
You jumped to massage parlor. You did.
Freudian slip there.
I think maybe it is time for another break. But before we go, know that weekdays at noon Eastern, Jim Rome welcomes you to the jungle for 3 hours of hot takes, high impact interviews, and a steady dose of the clones. It's the Jim Rome Show on CBS Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Poker Night Live is brought to you by our trusted friend, Kimosabi Mezcal. Why settle for tequila? Step up to Kimosabi.
We just had the rodeo in Houston, and I actually went to see Blake Shelton and Garth Brooks play. I went to both their concerts, and I intend to ask both Scott and Jerry if they've ever done a cover of a Garth Brooks song or a Blake Shelton song. You know, so I'd like to hear the metal version of "I've Got Friends in Low Places." I absolutely know who Jerry Cantrell and Scott Ian are. I'm not so much of a metal guy, but I mean I understand that they're very talented. And in order to prepare, I actually went to karaoke last week and sang Sweet Caroline. That's true. That's absolutely true.
That's funny.
I did.
Welcome back, my babies. This is Poker Night Live, Hollywood home game, and we're here at the Gardens Casino in Los Angeles. Jesse Abramowitz is up in the booth. Go ahead and say hi, Jesse.
Hi, Jesse.
Oh,
Good job, Joe.
We still can't hear a word he says because he can see our hole cards, which he then uses to say hurtful things about the way we play.
Is he commenting on our play?
He is commenting on
Yeah,
our
the
play.
last hand.
But the thing is, if we're not ever quiet, he doesn't have the chance to say anything.
Oh, okay.
So if we
Okay.
keep
Keep
chatting the
talking.
whole time.
I don't know if you guys noticed this either, though, but we also just got given a few guitar picks.
card protector.
Card protector, guitar picks.
And my nephew plays guitar, and he's going to be the most thrilled kid in the world when he gets this.
That's awesome.
So that's pretty cool.
The nephew that broke your arm or the other?
The other
There you go,
one.
Shanna.
The other one.
Thank you. It's going on eBay.
I can't right now get the one that broke my
I
arm.
just gave all my luck
Can
away.
you just sign this before?
Heads up.
That's pretty
It's
hard
already
to sign.
signed. Look, there it is.
Here it is.
I'm actually going to, you know what? I'm
Gavin
gonna,
I saw him up in
Marc
the green
Pollack
room
heads
with a
up.
very tiny pen signing each and every one of them.
Right? Very tiny little.
Yeah.
Hey. That's not proper.
King
talk.
Deuce 8 misses both players.
Let me see the guitar pick. Is this heads up? Me?
I feel like Marc should get one. Just
I got
because he's
one.
in the
I got one.
industry.
That was from the last record, the Devil Put Dinosaurs Here record.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
That is a raise from Gavin. What is that raise amount, Gavin?
I don't know.
That's a nice stat.
That's he doesn't believe I have a king raise.
My son's gonna love this.
85?
Yeah.
85.
Super cool.
Wait until you're distracted by swag.
Good raise.
It's a good
Gavin wins
raise.
the hand. You gonna show us?
You want me to show you?
Yeah, I would like to see it. Queen 10.
Still had me beat.
That's the best answer to that, by the way. Oh, still have me beat.
So Gavin finally rakes a pot in there.
Edler, who
Thank you.
people knew about years and years ago, hasn't played poker for a long time.
Bedler.
Bedler. He's a genius. Does a lot of sports stuff now. But he was the first guy to ever come up with the best flop to check raise in Texas Hold'em is a king high rainbow flop because you can't get called by hardly anything.
Can I tell you something? That are you aware of the person named Keegan-Michael Key, the comedian? Very famous. His writing partner Jordan Peele just won the Academy
Keep
Award.
forgetting to like put him
Yeah.
in
Okay.
there.
Well, I'm
Get
just
out.
explaining more and more about who
Oh my
Keegan-Michael
God.
Key is.
It's such a good movie.
Keegan-Michael Key, when I worked on Mad TV, worked there and was into poker. He was on the show, and he came in, and the day he had heard you talk about the King High Rainbow check raise, came in and then tried to teach it to me, and I was like, I know Gavin very well. This is ridiculous, but I just want you to know, Keegan-Michael Key, very famous man,
That's funny.
incredibly successful, is a fan of yours.
Oh, cool. Well, sorry I don't know who you are, Keegan.
You would know him if you saw him. He's been in every movie in the last year and a half.
Well, I don't watch movies. I have kids.
That's true. He's been in a lot of kids' movies.
That's only voices.
Frozen.
I saw that one.
You got kids, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Probably could sing every song in that movie if you have kids.
He has
Scott
boys,
Ian.
though,
If you
so maybe
didn't have
not quite
kids,
as
but
much.
that's the only kind of movies you watch.
Yeah, that's it.
It's up to the flop.
They're all singing Sweet Caroline to him, apparently.
No, my kid's favorite song is Ellie Henderson, Ghost.
I had one of those.
Ghost by Ellie Henderson. That's
Okay.
my son's favorite song.
I had one of those
They'll
weird
dance around
movie
like crazy to
moments.
it.
This last, what's that?
No, go ahead. I was saying I had one of those weird movie moments. I went to,
So there's a bet of 25 and a call. Joe on the flush draw.
Yeah.
but like in a matinee.
That sounds like a Pee Wee Herman thing.
A matinee at the Grove, and I was sitting there eating my popcorn, and I realized, wow, I'm like an adult male sitting in a movie with
Joe checks
all these
back.
families watching Wonder Woman. Like, what do these people think? Like, it was like,
40.
We need video of that one.
I got self-conscious of it, you know? Like,
That's outstanding.
Joe knew he had
year-
to
every
bet
year I
to
do it,
win the hand 9 high was not going to be good, and he gets a fold from the better hand there.
2 years ago, I was
Did I tip you last night?
I was in the Super Bowl with Rich Eisen, so I went on his show.
That's from him.
And he likes to make bets and stuff, and we were trying to figure out what would be a good bet for him. I said, if you lose, let me dress you up as a rocker, and you got to do the whole show dressed up as like a rock guy. and he's like, how about you? And I'm like, I don't know. What do you got? He's like, I'd like to hear you sing. What is it? The Frozen song.
Let it go.
Let it go. Yeah.
Let's hear a couple lines.
I'd like you to come on the show and sing Let It Go. So I made him a bet. I said I would. I would totally come sing the song. I won the Super Bowl, so I called up Lexi from the Steel Panther guys.
Yeah,
got his outfit, put it on him, and went back and he did the whole show in
Dressed as a-
garb.
That's
That's
awesome.
It was
awesome.
awesome.
That's a good
Eyeliner
bet.
and everything. Spandex.
I
It was
just want to
great.
hear you give us a couple. I want to hear you give us a couple lines of Let It Go.
God, you're
I don't really know the song.
He's not, it's going to cost us a fortune. We can't afford it.
Had I-
I'm already playing with my own money.
Had I lost, I would have done it. I would have had to learn it. Yeah, go ahead.
Seriously,
Hey,
people,
of
I just
course
had
you would've
4
done
people
it.
in my ear saying,
Yeah.
do not let
Yeah.
them sing. No.
That would have been pretty epic though if I lost.
Yeah, pretty funny.
3 ways
Scott,
to the
you
flop
played with
top
Steel
pair for
Panther
Scotty
too for a
Ian.
minute, right?
No, well, not in the band, but I've gotten up and
I've
On
gotten it,
stage,
jammed with
yeah.
them
Yeah.
a couple dozen
We used
times.
to
It's
probably.
fun.
at Green Valley in Vegas. We used to go all the time.
Oh, sorry.
Like it was our Saturday night
awesome.
ritual. Let's
They're
just go.
awesome.
It was a free
Yeah.
show,
Yeah.
and it was so much fun.
Yeah,
So
those
you've
guys
done
are
the
great.
same thing.
Yeah, those guys are great.
How do they do a free show? They just don't get paid very much. The
It's in a
casino just pays
casino.
them.
Oh yeah.
But they must not make very much if it's. If they don't-
$15.
It was a.
That band turned into that.
You
band
got
turned
it,
into
Scott.
an
So would you guys ever do a residency like that? Would you do a residency anywhere?
Sure.
I wouldn't be
would
opposed to
depend.
it.
Yeah,
if it
it
was
would
a
Vegas?
depend where.
If it was a cool thing.
Hey, did I just win a
Yeah.
pot?
Maybe the Gardens.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. It'd be kind of a cool thing to do. I know a lot of our friends do. You know?
Yeah, I think my ex is going to do one at the Palms in May.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
For how long?
Do one. I think just like a month or two or something.
I would
But
love.
I saw Guns do one too, not too long ago in Vegas. It was fun.
I've never
They were there for a
done
while.
it, but I know a lot of bands do these kind of cruises thing where they do like rock shows on the boat.
I have friends that go on them
Did you do
and
that?
love it.
You did that?
We've
It's
done-
like
It's like a
they're-
music
How is
festival
that?
on a boat.
Yeah.
We did both motorboats. It was the motor.
Oh, I've done a lot
Okay.
of motorboating.
festival.
All right.
And then we did that. Oh my God, the other.
Did you ever get like
big ones?
seasick while you're playing?
Yeah. Oh, dude, we were.
Like
we
the
were playing
drummer
in
especially,
the
right?
theater inside, and it was a bad
Action on
bad
Shanna.
storm, and the whole thing.
FTA, first two act
You would
folds.
jump and land like 4 feet away from where the whole thing
Right.
would move.
Those seem
I think it'd be
really
worse
fun,
for the
though.
drummer, right? Like leaning back and like leaning forward.
Yeah.
This particular hand,
I had
I'm not a
heard
big
singing Let It
fan
Go.
of cruises,
Yeah.
but those shows are great because you got like whatever it is, 1,000 people on the boat, and they're all hammering booze.
Yeah.
The shows are really good.
Yeah.
But I heard that the only problem is that if you needed to get away from those 1,000 people, you really can't.
No, you can.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
No, they got
you
areas
can.
for you to chill
Yeah.
out.
Just put you in a tube behind the cruise ship and just let you drag you for a while.
They had areas for the bands to chill, and you could go to the lower decks to get from place to place, like the decks that the crew uses. And
And where do they run from? Like the one that you
the
did?
ones we did were all Miami to Bahamas. Oh,
Bahamas.
no, one went to Mexico.
Okay.
I had an offer for a band that was going from Miami to Belize to Mexico, but it was during the breakout of.
Look at that. That's the J. Cantrell
Oh,
tip that
yeah,
got me that.
And she
Check,
one of
bet,
the
win for
My lucky
Gavin.
check.
Pregnant, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
forget that. Yeah.
I guess that
Yeah.
that's when
Yeah.
it becomes
Oops,
dangerous.
sorry.
Yeah,
that
really
virus.
dangerous.
Young
Yeah.
lady.
So
That is a concern because people once the sickness gets on a boat, man, people
right,
go
so
down.
She came into my office and she said, if you can convince me to go, I'll still do. We're getting paid a lot of money. And
Yeah,
she said-
sure.
She said, but I'm pregnant, and they say that.
Not
Yeah,
good.
I looked
Yeah,
at
you
her and
don't
I said,
you don't wanna mess with
I'm not
that.
gonna.
Yeah.
If this baby's gonna be born, what are you
No,
gonna name him
no.
Marc?
Yeah.
I can't do that.
You can't make her do that. No way.
I said, forget it. We're not doing it. I'm not taking that chance.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That doesn't seem like too much.
So, now, I didn't really want this to be the doom and gloom show, but I know that Gavin has a cause that's very near and dear to his heart right now, and he wanted to say a few words about the recent tragedy in Saskatchewan. And while he does, we're going to put up some info up on the screen to let you guys know where to donate to this community.
Yeah, there was in the last week. There was there was a tragedy in Humboldt, Saskatchewan, where a hockey team was on the bus and 15 children died, and their teammates are all suffering from it too.
Yeah, that's horrible.
So we're raising some money for their families and their teammates, and seeing what we can do. So they'll put something up there, and hopefully we can do some good.
All right, we're going to put that information back up at the end of the show, guys. If people do want to contribute to that cause, we'll get you that information
That
one
was
more
horrible.
time.
That's horrible. I'm so sorry.
All right, guys. Well, it is time for us to take a quick break for right now, but when we get back, lots more stuff.
Poker Night Live is brought to you by Sit and Go 2.0. Go to sitandgo20.net to claim your free Sit and Go 2.0 strategy ebook.
I don't know. I mean, Marc's great. Marc's a great player, and so is Scott. I remember when Scott was just starting out. I think he's probably better than me now, and I think I helped teach him a little bit, and now he's better than me. So I don't know. We'll see how I do. Rooster, son of the rooster.
Is that you?
Welcome back to Poker Night Live Hollywood Home Game, where I have waited until segment 6 to tell Jerry Cantrell what a big part of my formative years Alice in Chains was, in a good way. Same goes for Creed, but the opposite. Let's just say I cried a lot in the 90s.
Wow.
Okay. Albany, New York was basically the Seattle of New York. But no, I have waited until this long. My entire teenage years were just spent driving around in a car listening to Alice in Chains.
Oh, that's cool, dude.
And I have to ask, how did that eventually feel when you realize that like you'd influence like a lot of young people's lives? Like that's a lot of responsibility, right?
It's a really amazing thing, and I think it gets more.
It's unusual.
Oh.
The experience kind of gets more rich the older you get. You know, you start off being inspired by other artists and kind of getting the bug of music. I remember getting at an early age. I think the first thing that I really got into was Elton John. Even before I thought of playing guitar, I just loved the music. It was such great writing and performing and.
Sorry.
Oh, well, he checked. So
I saw you check.
At some point, you start trying. You're trying to emulate your heroes, and at some point, you kind of end up with your own voice, with your own group of guys, you know. And so, in our town, in Seattle in the 80s, there was just a lot of really cool, talented guys around, you know. And I think that's.
I thought I saw your hand go.
There was a lot of great bands. We were all friends. Seattle's a really small.
Yeah.
When you had already bet. So.
It's like it's a big small town. Yeah, we knew everybody knew everybody pretty much, and some of our first tours, were with some of our heroes. I mean, Scott gave us one of our big breaks, opening up for his band Anthrax, Megadeth, and Slayer on a rotating basis on a headliner. We were the opener. And halfway through that tour is when Man in the Box kind of hit, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So.
And when you say it hit, that means it was a radio hit?
It actually, we'd been touring for 8 months and nobody
Beats in the
gave a
box
crap.
there for
And
Cantrell.
that song hit and MTV kind of put it on heavy rotation and everything kind of changed from then, you know. So it's been a really fun ride, and then you just realize that it's something that you pass off to somebody just like somebody passed it off to you. So it's cool, you know. It's always kind of makes you feel good that somebody likes your stuff, and it's even cooler that maybe it inspires somebody to do that themselves, you know.
Yeah. So for you, the band that you drove around listening to with your buddies the artist was Elton John.
That was the first time. But when I started getting into the guitar bands, that's when I wanted to start playing, like AC/DC and Kiss and Aerosmith, Van Halen, all the English metal, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden.
9-Jack-7. Gavin Smith hits bottom set and leads out.
UFO, Led
Best
Zeppelin,
guitarist of all time.
Black Sabbath, Pink Floyd.
Who's the Aerosmith guy? Joe Perry.
Joe Perry's, Whitford's great too, man.
He's unbelievable, right?
Yeah, great guitar.
Yeah. Really, dude? 40
Wait,
bucks?
did Gavin just bet all of that? Yeah.
I know.
You know, the attention hasn't been on him for like a whole 2 minutes.
I know, you like totally stole my segment. Like, what's up with that?
I'm like, you've influenced the minds of young people. Gavin's like 65.
Kind of
No, I
threw it
said
out
40,
there, right?
not
He's like,
65.
who's that guy, Joe Perry? And he just
Right.
$40 out.
Gavin just
Tried to throw you
hoping
off.
someone behind him has a piece of
Here he's
this.
in.
Makes mistakes.
Hey, don't felt my teenage hero. Okay?
I might get
He's
lucky.
got all the money on his
I
head.
might get lucky.
How am I gonna tell him?
Don't upset him.
I'm the only one stuck.
No, I am.
Oh, that was it.
There's a stack.
$100.
Good turn for
American.
Cantrell. 2 ways to make a straight. Obviously, a set of 8s would be good as well.
Nearly $98 Canadian.
No, about 74.
Just you and me?
Do I owe you?
Well, I was just trying to catch you on the river, see if I could
I'm
make my
kind of
pair turn
disappointed
into a
that
straight.
you have a rooster
Yeah.
shirt, but you don't have like a Miss USA or a
I can
tiara
only
on
wear
your,
one
on your
t-shirt.
crown
You guys-
shirt.
Jerry,
Only
this
a
is more
4
of
in
a-
1 t-shirt.
I gotcha.
A question of,
I'm going to be sending you a little envelope with some
interest. When you
Anthrax
guys
in it
were-
right there. Don't worry.
The band tape.
When it seemed like everyone was coming out around
No,
the
I'm
same
sorry.
time from Seattle and all that stuff, were you all rooting for each other?
Absolutely.
It wasn't a
Yeah.
You lived in
it wasn't
Seattle for a while?
competition.
I was a fan of all my friends, you know.
I mean,
so
because
we
you
would-
all were.
Dude, we
Exactly.
borrowed each other's vans. We loaned each other
Yeah.
money. We all had the same T-shirt guy.
Sounds like poker.
Most of us, Pearl Jam. Well, actually, it was Mother Love Bone first, and
Right.
the guys regrouped and formed Pearl Jam. But
Right.
but the Mother Love Bone and Pearl Jam guys, Soundgarden and Alice in Chains, we were all out of the same office with Kelly Curtis,
Kelly,
and
yeah.
Susan Silver, who's still with us today.
Yeah.
In a little shop, just a little room, you know, office above the Central Tavern, which is where we all played, and it was cool, you know. I mean, it was
family.
it was really a special time. So like even before things kind of took off, it was already cool because we were just really we were surrounded by creative people, you know, and they're your friends, and you know, just going to each other's shows and hanging out and stuff, and you know, starting from doing the Central Tavern, that was the big thing, and we all, you know, all did that. And I remember one night we broke the bar record at the Central Tavern. And that was a big thing for us, just to
Like bar sales?
Bar sales. We sold more. We sold more beer. We sold more booze the night we played than anybody else.
Did you buy more than the customer?
That's what I mean. We're like, we're good. We're good. All right. You know,
It's like at my stand-up shows where I buy tickets for half the
By the way,
audience.
that's how you measured the level of success at that time.
Yeah.
Because I found it interesting, you know, both, Scott too, you both grew out of
Go
the
ahead.
scene.
Yeah.
Both bands, Anthrax too, in
There was
New
no
York.
scene in New York when we started, though. Not what
Not like
we were
that
doing.
scene, but
No.
there was definitely a scene in New York.
Three ways to the
Those-
flop.
I mean, there was,
Top pair.
I remember.
Pollack.
Not
Scott, I mean-
Lemoore East.
Yeah, but yet you're talking about now mid-'80s. When we
Yeah,
first
you're-
started,
oh, you're
81,
talking before
82,
that, yeah.
83.
Yeah, you're right.
There was nothing
they're
going
old.
on. There was nothing going on with metal at
No,
all.
you're right.
Wikipedia
You're right.
credits Scott
I'm talking
with
about a little later.
creating
Yeah,
A
yeah.
little later on. You're right.
Later what?
You're right.
thrash metal. Did you set out like I'm going to create a new type of music?
It was my plan from the start.
Right. You're just like, let me think.
Well executed, sir.
I was
He did it.
sitting in my evil lair in an
Queens.
island somewhere off of
Did you guys ever play Providence,
off
Rhode
of
Island?
Staten Island.
Of course.
Yeah,
That's like
tons
where
of
I've been
I was
in
born
Providence.
and raised. It was a big
Oh,
tour
I've been-
stop.
I've
so
been in
there's a lot of
Providence,
people-
Rhode
a
Island
lot
a
of
million
fans
There was a
there.
club called the Living Room back in the day.
Yes.
We played
Oh.
there all the time.
That was my teenage years.
And we'd stay at the Biltmore Hotel.
Yeah, it's the only nice hotel.
We'd chip in and like all of it, we'd all like drive up there and chip in and get like 2 rooms and then destroy the place.
Get some of those hot Johnsons and Wales girls.
I used
Yep.
to get my start going to Foxwoods, Connecticut, and we went to Providence all the time.
Yeah. And Foxwood's a huge casino.
And one of the guys we played poker with owned the Foxy Lady. It's called Foxy Lady.
Yeah, oh, I
It's
know
called
the Foxy Lady.
Foxy Lady Billy.
Legs and eggs in the morning.
Oh, in Providence. I remember that.
I did not dance there.
Legs and eggs.
Wasn't there another rock?
I went, but mostly for the eggs.
I went for the egg.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it now. I mean, the old school joint was the Living Room.
The living room.
went
And there
that
was
way.
There was another.
Speaking
another
of
place that bands
speaking of
played.
legs.
there was a couple.
One second, guys. I'm so sorry.
sorry.
Tiffany, do you by any chance know what's going on at the Gardens Casino later this week?
Legs and eggs.
I sure do, Joe. Coming up this week, I host Gardens Poker Night with celebrity and high-stakes action live streaming Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific. You can get information at gardenspokernight.com or watch on twitch.tv/PokerNightTV. And reminding you that Poker Night Live is brought to you by Kimosabi Mezcal and Sit and Go 2.0. We'll be back after this break.
How would you like to play against the pros on national TV? Download now to play and win. It's absolutely free to play.
Welcome back to Poker Night Live, Hollywood home game, where we've got rock star royalty in the house. At the table with the action is your host, Joe Stapleton.
Thank you, Tiffany Michelle, and don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you, commentator Jesse. Say hi, Jesse.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi, Jesse. Feels good to laugh again.
And just to be clear to everyone at home, we cannot hear a word Jesse is saying because he can see our cards. I feel like we had some great conversation during the break.
We did.
The question that you just asked was an Axl Rose question. Was there any validity to that?
We were talking about
it was a
something, and
story.
I seem to remember there was a time where Axl Rose and Vince Neil, there was the idea that
they
they
were
were
gonna
maybe
duke it
going to
out.
fight.
Yeah.
Someone challenged someone to an actual boxing match. There's not enough of that these days, I think.
The poker world's had its share of boxing matches.
Whatever happened to beefs between bands?
I'd like to
and
see
all
like
that kind of stuff?
Hagar and Roth in a ring.
The thing is when I
Yeah.
called Vince Neil Axl Rose, I didn't know that they had a problem. And it was just a joke to me. I thought it was
Right.
funny. I didn't know they had a problem. And then he got very upset.
I guess they had that celebrity death match show, which.
Right.
That was a while
Check.
ago.
But I just think in general there should be more beef.
I feel like there's plenty of beef.
That's
right?
right. There's beef in the rap world.
Yeah.
Still?
You're not allowed to
East.
There's rock
West.
beefs. There's rock beefs.
Are there rock beefs?
Scott, we can fight tonight, but you're not allowed to use your left arm because mine's all messed up.
Okay.
So we go right on right.
Only right on.
Jerry, have you had beef in the past?
Beef?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's not a
Must have
question
been
you should
some
answer, Jerry.
infighting. Of,
Don't answer that question, Jerry.
Well-
It's loaded.
I'm sure whatever it was
Did you
completely
check?
well documented. Yes.
I'm sure there's
Oh,
probably
shoot,
something
I did
out
not
there.
see.
I did not check.
I'm not really a kind of fighting.
can't check after I
I'm
bet.
not really a fighting kind of
Right.
dude.
Jerry, that's the way
Yeah,
poker
all right,
works.
there you go. Yeah.
After I bet, you can't check.
Yeah, the only fights I've ever been in is when,
Maybe in home
when
game,
I've got
not
no
here.
other choice and I'm already in a fight.
sure.
Because somebody
You know
just
what? I'll
started
go.
something with me, and
Oh.
I'm not the guy that starts fights.
Shanna says she'll go. Yes, I win.
Scott and Jerry,
Probably will win.
you guys.
Oh
own-
no, I was talking about something other than that. But
I've been in a few, but not by choice.
Well, you guys owned a bar together in Vegas. Were there ever fights there?
Tried to start a bar.
Were there ever fights there?
3 ways to the flop
I
now to
don't think
turn.
Almost.
Diamonds for Stapes, trips for Gavin.
Gavin almost got in a fight.
almost got
in
one
our
on
bar.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, on the New Year's Eve bash.
I think Meatloaf got a little heated up one night.
I'm gonna start a fight with Gavin.
or
was on
something.
New Year's Eve.
He like took the mic away from
How about I left
Corey.
his hand?
Yes.
Corey Taylor. That's
My father-in-law we had a big New Year's Eve bash.
why are you starting a fight with me? Wait, what
And,
happened?
Corey Taylor from Slipknot put together a cover band.
Yeah.
It was my birthday party and a New Year's Eve bash.
Right.
And Corey put together a cover band.
That's right.
To play our party, and my father-in-law, who is Meatloaf, showed up and kind of just got on stage and took the mic right out of Corey's hand.
Corey wasn't very happy about
Corey was
that.
not
The
happy.
graphics are just a little off
I
for
remember
a
like
second.
standing on
Don't
the side,
mind
like, trying
that.
to talk Corey down.
Sometimes the RFID reader
He took the mic
takes
right
a
out of
second
my
to
hand.
reload.
He did, by the dashboard light. Yeah,
That's bizarre.
That was a crazy night.
that was. Yeah.
I had a couple crazy nights at that bar, but I was jumping back and forth between your bar and the bar it was attached to.
No.
Strip club.
Yeah, there's three.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's where my craziness came
Yeah.
from. And I actually met Jerry there one night, and I was
No.
I was
Strip
too,
club or Dead Man's
at
Hand?
Dead Man's Hands.
Well, it was the
Whoa,
same thing.
check this out.
It was sorry. It was in the legitimate bar side
Yeah, tell him who that was.
of the bar, and I was so drunk that I was like, I can't meet Jerry Cantrell right now. So I was like, nice to meet you, bye, and walked away, which I'm sure you appreciate it sometimes. But I was like, can't do it. Can't try to have a conversation with this guy.
I went to Jerry Cantrell and Scott Ian's bar and almost got killed. So that was great. It was what a great
Pollack makes
experience.
it 15, baseman.
Well,
Joe
at least
calls.
he didn't get killed.
Yeah.
Yes, at least he didn't get killed there.
That was the line in our commercial that we were using. Get people
Our bar where you were
Had a
not,
great
where you're
time.
not
Nice
going to
to
get
get
killed.
killed there.
Cantrell, Pollack, and Stapes.
Yeah, this is our bar where you're not going to get killed.
What happened to the bar?
Well, it was a great idea, and we were kind of the folks, the venue that we had and the folks that we had were maybe not the most reputable guys, and but we gave it a shot. We
did.
You know, and we
We
I
also both got busy again.
yeah, we did. Yeah,
haven't had any investments go bad.
yeah.
Except for all of them except for one.
We had fun doing it. It would have been nice to, and maybe something we could revisit at a later date with a more reputable partner.
Pollack continues for
Let's get
35.
outside
Joe
shot.
with top pair does call.
What was the venue, right?
Right,
Yeah.
You want to manage it? You want to get it going?
Nah, I can't
Then
do
that's
it.
your job.
Everyone's busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but dinner stuff.
That's good though that your music careers both picked up so much that you had to abandon the bar.
No, it's true.
Right.
That can run the building and run it right. Then it's cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you guys were hands-on managers.
Seven of
Oh, wait,
clubs
no,
on the turn.
that's not true, actually.
No, we were there a lot. I was there a lot. I was
Yeah.
going back and forth.
Yeah.
All the
Yeah,
time.
you
Yeah,
were
it was
you were
good.
handling
He was
food
there more than
costs.
I was.
You were handling food costs, flipping burgers. You
didn't
did
have
it all.
No food.
Just booze.
Yeah.
My king ate you, jackass.
Oh boy, I would have won a lot of money from you then.
No, you wouldn't. You didn't have any.
There you go. There's a drag.
So Pollack pumps the brakes.
Yeah.
Joe bets his king and takes
Yeah,
down
that
that pot.
was my one trip to your guys' bar. It was an interesting
Was
experience.
it in Vegas?
Yeah.
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 It's fun. It's fun though. It was fun New Year's Eve until the part where I
Little
almost got
kind of
killed.
out of the way too. So it was.
It's fun
yeah.
until I almost got killed.
Russell Road.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Had a big parking lot at least.
Close to the strip though. It was really close to the strip.
It was. I thought it was
It
cool.
wasn't a terrible
It was
location.
cool when
It
you
wasn't that bad of a
first
location.
time I walked up and they had the logo like
Yeah.
lit up on
Yeah.
that big giant wall. I was like, this is really cool.
I mean, when you think about where like like not that your bar was a strip bar, but when you think about where like Spearmint Rhino and Sapphires is, your location was just as good as those,
yeah.
for sure.
Vinny's good at running clubs. Vinny Paul. He's
Yes.
got a couple out in Vegas,
15.
and he's still got
15.
one that he started in Dallas has been going
Dallas,
for
right?
30,
Vinny would be
45
good at
years.
running
Crazy looking guy
clubs.
was Rick somebody or other, wasn't it?
I'm gonna fold. What's that?
It was Rick somebody or other that used
It's
to,
always it's always
partner
somebody
went
named
in?
Rick.
Rick was the guy that did Crazy
There's
Horse.
always a Rick
There's always
involved.
a Rick involved.
Yeah,
Ricky.
Rick wasn't the guy you wanted
It's
to cross.
it's still going. Yeah.
I think I was there last summer.
I don't think Crazy Horse
Crazy
still
Horse?
was there.
Let's just say the bar that's attached now.
It's on you.
I mean, I went
I'm
there to
sorry,
watch
I-
Scotty,
Shayna, 10 to
Scotty
call.
and Jerry Cantrell
Does
perform
2
on
to the
New
flop
Year's
now.
Eve, and I
And
just-
what? And you ruined it
and I
somehow.
almost got
I'm
beat.
assuming is the end of this
I
story.
almost got beat up and neither one of them performed.
I'm sure you had. It was no fault of your
I
own.
tried to beat you up.
Nice.
VP from
Shayna
Actions on
outflops
Shanna.
Joe, hitting her 9.
Before she
it
makes
is?
that action, I'm gonna
All right.
throw us to a break and try to patch things up with
that's
my
not-
friend
that's not what I
Gavin.
wanna deal with.
I do
I
have
had no
to
idea. they
throw
were
us to a
even in
break
the
now.
bar.
I
But
didn't
mostly
either.
because I want to
Yeah.
pitch Scott Ian on some new poker-related bar names.
Say what?
I want to pitch you. We have to take
I
a
could
break,
tell-
but on the break, I want to
tell you the
pitch you some
story
new
some other
poker. You
time,
did
Jared.
Dead Man's Hand.
Excellent.
What about like I Am the Button,
Street meat.
Monster Stack? Sure, Street Meat. Welcome back to the Gardens Casino and Poker Night Live Hollywood home game, where I am playing poker with people who have permanent backstage passes, and I have permanent stage fright. Go ahead, Gavin. Go ahead. It's really cool back there, isn't it?
Backstage.
Backstage, yeah. Come on.
That can be, I guess. It's mostly
Maybe
boring.
it's old
for
hat to you
for
guys
my
at this
band,
point,
it's
but welcome
completely
back.
boring.
Hello, I'm here.
If you like to walk in and see a bunch of dudes sitting around looking at iPads with headphones on,
Yeah.
That's today, but what about yesteryear? Can we at least have some reverence and some nostalgia?
Sure, yeah. There was a lot
Back
of
in the
that.
day.
You guys used to get a lot of Rockstar.
There was a lot of stuff going on in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, for sure.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now it's like stretching and
Yeah.
Well, that's what poker's like now too, though. It's a lot of green smoothies.
putting on the
Scotty
Ben
and
Gay.
stressed before the game tonight.
Yeah, I know. Now it's like seriously just like watching series on
Yeah,
Netflix.
watching the
and-
news.
Calling home, talking
Yeah,
to your kids.
FaceTiming.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott, it's on
All
you.
about that. Oh,
It's
sorry.
changed.
Poker's the same way now, though. It's all about the healthy green shake, green tea, no more smoking, drinking. It's
Really?
Everyone's
There's not like a younger crowd that's
the younger crowd is the most vehement about the healthy lifestyle.
so the
That's
younger
exactly
crowd
what it's
didn't
about now.
take over from like the older crowd that I witnessed like in the late 2000s.
That's why people like Gavin
Raging.
Smith are still TV stars, because no one has wanted to overtake him with the drinking and the foul language, which we're done with. But yeah,
Shayna
it's
does defend.
25.
poker's been
That
taken
drink
over
wasn't
by
green.
Scott does hit
That
top
drink
pair,
was
though.
not green.
25.
Yeah. No, it's
I'll make it
kinda
75.
peach color.
Ooh.
I will meet yourself.
75.
Can't count this.
All
Can't
right.
count it.
I can't see it. I don't have my glasses on.
Oh my goodness. We got a rock star can't. He needs his glasses. Just throw him yours to help him out.
You want to use mine?
String
Yeah,
bet.
help him out.
The
Come on.
stormtrooper
Throw
of
him
death needs his glasses.
Throw him over and help
Does
him out. I mean,
call
come
here.
on.
Bald?
Yes.
She's going to need
All
some
right.
help.
We have a pot.
This is a big pot, kids.
Rock stars that need their glasses.
Shanna, you're going to be
Happens
first to
everywhere.
act. Hey, everybody gets old.
Even you will someday.
100.
Interesting play here.
Wow. I like this. Okay.
Me too. She ain't scared of you.
I think this is the first huge monster hand here.
She's not scared of you. She said, that beer is nothing. I used to be married to Travis something or other.
Travis Barker,
Yeah, that
another
guy.
rock royalty member.
Strong line from Shayna.
Here now.
Yes.
See it eventually.
Wow.
She just played the pants off you.
Sorry, we have to tell Scott that's ace queen. I don't know.
Wow.
It's ace queen.
Nice
Can we
bluff.
text Travis?
Nice move.
Out of 10.
bluff.
Wow.
That's a good question. Can we text Travis?
We can.
Let's text him and
You like-
tell him that you just bluffed Scotty in. Seriously, I think that would be good to text him and say we just bluffed Scotty in like crazy.
Is your son also on tour?
My son, my kids go on tour wherever their dad goes. Travis does not fly because he was in
Sure.
Sure.
a plane crash. But My son is a drummer as well, and he always goes on After Blink and performs.
Oh,
and
that's cool.
It's really like proud mama moment. Like
Yeah,
I really
that
get
is
excited
cool.
'cause He's a pretty bad really kick
It's okay.
butt drummer.
He's a very good drummer person.
He's an awesome little drummer, and I'm really proud of him as a
He
mom.
plays on the show.
And my daughter
That's
is actually singing right now too, and she's doing her own song, singing and songwriting,
Musical
and she's on
family.
Radio Disney
All right.
and stuff.
That's
That's great.
Super musical family over
Yeah.
here.
Wait, supermodel family too, right? Wasn't she? Weren't you guys on a show called My Supermodel Childhood or something?
Well, my oldest daughter is trying to break into modeling, but we were at Meet the Barkers on MTV back in the day, many
I don't
years
even
ago,
want to meet
but-
the Parkers.
Well, it's the Barkers.
No, the
I don't
Barkers.
either. They don't even
No,
exist.
I don't mind them.
But yeah,
Barkers,
Parkers,
Barkers.
no way.
Three to the
my
flop here,
kids are
Cantrell,
definitely
Smith, and
entertainment
Stapes.
based, and they love it. And it's natural, it's organic, so that's really cool.
Check.
But the question is, can we text and say that you just bluffed Scott Ian?
I can, but I don't
I'll
want
check
to
it.
do that.
Why? He won't
Look, she doesn't have to
mind.
prove
I
it to you
check.
that she knows Travis Barker.
check.
Okay?
Oh, no, she doesn't have to prove it. I know that
I
she
mean, if you
knows
want
him.
me to, I will.
They were married
Sure,
to
he'd
him.
love to say
Cantrell
hello. to
pump
both.
fakes,
Does he?
25.
checks. Joe's
I
gonna
was
bet.
like, I was like, I just want to rub.
Yeah,
I just kind of want
oh
to
my
rub
gosh,
Scott
show you a
Ian's
video of him, like,
nose
he's
on.
Never mind,
really
that checked
talented,
around.
really
I know, I'm joking.
Cantrell at the
I
best of it.
like
Joe
crying.
up
I
and
would like to
down
rub
with
his
hair.
beard into things, but I don't know about his nose.
I wanted that beard, take
Yeah.
the girl.
They grew up in a
don't know.
tour bus, my kids.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
If I shaved today, I don't know, take a year maybe.
You get that in a year?
Check.
Probably.
Oh, I can't get close to that year. Not even close.
Cantrell going
Super
for
that's like-
value.
I don't
That's
have a
a
good Alice in
minimum
Chains
3 or
pun
4
for this.
year
Hold on.
growth for me.
It's a long time. Yeah.
Just gonna fold.
Can you do that?
You've had that forever. Yeah.
Could you
I
get
used,
that in a year?
I used to have one was now pretty good. Dime had a purple one, I had a blue one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So interesting hand there. Cantrell turns
All right.
second pair into some
glad
sort
you're
of
more gray than me.
bluff value bet.
My beard used to be as red as yours, like in my face.
I'm a
super red.
I'm a ginger. I'm sorry I admit it.
Yeah,
I'm,
but I like
I'm a
guys with
ginger.
gray. I think it's like, as you guys get
Oh,
gray,
yeah.
it's like handsome, and you guys look all distinguished. We're women, we just,
Well, you know what? You know what happens?
it's not the same.
If you keep dyeing it, like
Yeah, you
people,
do.
it gives you that young hair, old face thing, and it's not a good look.
Sorry.
It's really not a good
Sorry.
look.
But they,
You see
It's
dudes with
mine.
the jet black hair,
Yeah,
and they're
doesn't
like
Gray beard.
my age.
it doesn't
Just
work.
doesn't
Not
look right.
natural looking.
It's like Joe. He'll always have hair because he's the hairy Italian comic.
I am quite hirsute.
That's coined by Scott Huff.
All right. Shanna's in for 5. Why not?
I went through that denial period of coloring my hair brown for a little bit, and then after a while, I was like, "This is too much
The
trouble."
just for men
Yeah,
phase.
exactly.
Yeah.
It was too much trouble. Like,
I've been there.
I have to do my hair like every
Really?
No, you have
Incoming
not.
3-bet from the
Yeah.
210s of
Every
Jerry
time I
Cantrell.
shave down, I end up seeing like a few more.
Yeah.
oh, that was another.
At
thing
one
we
point,
had.
you just got to let it go.
That was another thing we had in common, Jerry. We went to the same hairdresser, the same hair salon.
Oh yeah, right. Over at Giuseppe
Action back on
Franco,
you,
right?
Shanna.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jerry's made it 30.
Funny. That's funny.
Why?
oh.
Well, we're gonna make it 30 because we're talking about gray beards and you're kind of a little pissy.
It's all
Yeah,
about
let's go
those
back to
cars
talking
right
about
there.
trashing hotel rooms again.
She's not as scared though.
No.
There's no fear.
She's not as
No
Shanna's
fear. My
not
neighbor
scared.
has
I
no
really
fear.
want to
Shanna's
call
not
this,
scared.
but I'm not going to. You know why?
He's the bravest person at the table.
I know rules are meant to be
Like,
broken, and it's not very rock and roll of me to abide by the laws of space and time, but we must take another commercial break. Back right after this. I fold.
That was nice. Okay.
Welcome back to the Gardens Casino and Poker Night Live Hollywood home game, where still nobody has been able to snuff the rooster.
That's right.
And speaking of things that
I
won't
talked to
die,
him
Jesse
yesterday.
Abramowitz is still up in the booth. Say hi, Jesse.
They won't let me
Jesse.
leave. Send help.
In space, no one can hear you screaming at this table. No one can hear Jesse. We tell people it's because of the hole cards, but actually it's because he's really annoying.
Well,
we are in the middle of a
I just
hand
did a
here.
heart check and I don't have one, so I got to fold.
Jerry
Sorry.
does not have a heart.
Why have you
I'm the
guys,
Grinch.
Why have you guys never actually gone on the pay-per-view route?
You have one? Oh, I was.
Like, you know, instead, like,
I had a king.
maybe in addition to touring or whatever, wouldn't there be a lot of money made in pay-per-view?
To do what?
Catching up mid-hand, you
rock
see
shows,
that
pay-per-view?
Shayna takes a pot
I
down,
feel like
shows
You know
it's
what?
in the
Come,
heart.
come to the show.
Yeah.
Jerry
Yeah, that
chips,
might be
though.
true. That might be true.
That's the whole thing about it. You like, you know,
It's more about being there.
The
And,
experience, yeah.
Yeah.
just
get
I mean, some of the best memories of my life are being at a show with my friends and like a moment in time, and you know, I know I'm a little older than the tech generation and everything, but like that's what's so cool about it, and also a live band. You're never gonna see that happen ever again. It's happening in front of you, so like.
I agree that I like
You know,
seeing
like-
live bands more than I like. I don't really watch that much on television when,
Yeah.
when people are on TV, but so I guess that's true.
I have a question about the Unplugged
I mean,
album.
I'm addicted to my phone just like everybody else. But
Right.
it always amazes me, like you know, I'll see like iPads, like a sea of iPads and phones like this. It's like put the thing down and just
Yeah.
rock out. You know, like you know,
So
like,
annoying.
You know, they'll be like.
So it is annoying.
There'll be thousands of these online you can look at. You know what I mean? Just.
It's about proving that you were there, though.
Yeah, I guess
like,
so.
I get a little
no,
bit
it's
of
good.
it.
Yeah, I get it.
That's why I have a TV show, so that
I get it.
I don't have to take any
Yeah.
cell phone footage of this.
Yeah.
It's actually, we think, going to air on television. I have a question about...
It's just much different than my experience of being exposed to live music and stuff. And,
Well, sure, and it's
there's
not what you're used to.
And there's a really cool thing about that. you know?
Bands are starting to take phones away now at shows.
Really?
There's some company that's doing it. And
I know a lot of comics don't like it either.
Yeah,
Regular-
right,
regular
of
gear,
course, yeah. Because
But isn't holding the phone up the same as what? Remember when everyone used to hold up the lighters?
No,
yeah,
it's,
but still.
Isn't the holding the phone the same?
No,
There's a
lighter's
company
different.
that's doing this now at shows. There might be a few companies now where you actually have to check your phone
yeah.
when you come in. And
Really?
you could go out,
Jack
and if you
White.
need to use your phone, you could get your phone to use it, but you can't have your phone
Jack White does
in
it.
the hall.
Jack White does.
Yeah.
People do it down.
Jack
they
10
want
for
you to pay
Gavin
attention to
Smith.
the
It
show.
just feels
Throws
like
out
or
3 reds
They
for
don't
teams.
want their
All
show
together,
out on YouTube.
You know?
Yeah, as a
Oh,
comedian, I just don't
yeah,
want people
I get
filming my
that.
shows.
Yeah.
And
The video, and I understand that part. Listen, if you re-raise me again, I'm going to punch you.
Jerry Cantrell with Ace
I guess I'm
King.
gonna get
Looks
punched.
like he's
Yeah.
coming
Yeah,
in
but
for
let's not
another
threaten the
3
guest.
on
Come on, that's
Gavin.
not
He
cool.
punches him
Jeez.
in the
It was a
arm.
very
We are-
good punch.
that was I don't know about
It didn't
this.
hurt him.
I might have to switch
Speak
seats
for
with
yourself.
Gavin.
Wow.
He probably won't
Really
punch
wanted to
Shayna.
play that hand.
Me too. I wanted to play also, but I can't.
Take my money.
What do I have?
It wasn't that good of a hand, but I wanted to see the flop.
Just the old Ace King.
Damn.
Same thing, really, for me.
Jerry, I wanted to ask you a question about the
5.
Unplugged album. Now, me and my friends always thought we heard this thing on the Unplugged album, which, by the way, I think is better than Nirvana Unplugged and better than Crash Test Dummies Unplugged.
Thank you.
Okay, great Unplugged album. It seems like at the
Crash
end,
Test Dummies were Canadian.
it seems like at the end,
Like that.
you guys are done playing, and then a voice from the crowd yells, "Hey, you man!" And then you're like, "Okay, one more song." That's what it sounds like on the album. Does that sound at all familiar to you?
Boy, it's a lot of. That's
It
a lot
sounds
of,
like a guy
years, that's a lot of
requested an encore by cursing at you.
Yeah, that's a lot of years and a lot of brain cells ago, but I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah.
Oh, am I
Because
the little?
we just always
I think I
loved
remember
that.
one of my favorite things was I remember laying at the end. I think he said, you know, because everybody had it was a great one of those. It was a magical show. I remember
Yes.
that. It was just one of those nights that everybody was on, and it was really cool, and the crowd was great. I was in a theater somewhere in New York, and we had candles everywhere, and I think Lane said, "I love you all. I want to take, or I want to hug you all, but I'm not gonna." And then we walked off the
We
stage.
were there for 7 hours hugging people after the show.
Yeah. All right, I'm in for 5.
Cantrell limps 10-9.
Hard to imagine, though, that you guys will ever have
2 jacks for Scott Ian.
as many stories as you've come up as you know about, like,
Well,
the life you've lived. I mean,
30
it's
years,
crazy,
man. 30 years.
Sure, Gavin.
You're gonna have some
crazy,
tales.
a
you know?
crazy
You're gonna have
life,
some
you know?
tales. Yeah.
The thing is,
Like the old,
The cool thing is-
30-year accountant, the guy that was accountant for 30 years doesn't really have his cool stories.
Some of them do.
Yeah, some of
he probably
25?
remembers all.
All
of
right,
Right.
I'll roll it.
But you're the accountant. I got it now.
Not the accountant, but I don't remember them all either.
But I play one on TV.
Yeah.
You hung out a little with Sam, so you can't remember them all.
4-10 Trey. Top pair for Jerry Cantrell.
30
No
years,
good
you
versus
know,
those 2
think about
jacks.
That is a long career. Both of these guys.
I know, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
40 is the bet.
Like Joe, can you imagine him?
Wow.
I'm 2.5 years into this.
Can you imagine him 25 years from now? I don't think people are going to want to listen to him.
This is a big raise by Scott, by the way. 120.
I think Jerry's going to find a fold here.
Scotty hasn't had a hand in a while, so this is probably where he's bluffing too. But, wow.
Are they all fold over there?
Yeah.
I feel like you in that hand against Shanna over there, because I hit the top pair. But I'm gonna let it go.
Good fold.
Gonna
Jerry
fold.
Cantrell.
Overpair.
Oh, you're
Jacks.
gonna see it anyway.
Good for the game. It's good for the game.
Aces.
Jacks, you were right.
My tens were no good.
Marc
Yeah.
called it.
I put Scott on jacks.
Nice.
Good fold, Jerry.
Yeah.
Jacks are your favorite hand. See, a
Yeah.
lot of people, they hate jacks.
I love jacks.
Jacks are great.
I don't
Well,
like. I don't
apparently
like
you've
queens.
had a bunch of them.
I don't like queens.
Fair.
We know that.
Probably shouldn't have bet.
You've only divorced a bunch
Maybe I
of
should've
jacks,
made
not
small.
a bunch of queens.
Exactly.
I would have played along
Yes.
with you for a while.
Yeah.
So it's Travis Barker,
Like,
Oscar
like
De La
60
Hoya,
or
Right.
50.
Dennis
I only
Quaid,
dated two musicians. That's
Billy
it.
Idol. So
I
I
was
think
married for 10 years. That's only when I was
Billy
like
Idol?
single. I was single at one point. I had fun, but I was married for 10 years. So.
I feel like Billy
I'm
Idol
a
was
good
too old
girl.
for you.
we believe you, Shayna. I believe you.
Shannon, I feel like Billy Idol was a step down for you, and you should.
You know, I filmed The Wedding Singer with Adam Sandler, and I met him on set, and he was always really nice to me. He's a good guy.
Oh, something went on there too.
Huh?
Something went on there.
That was no Billy Idol's who she's talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
The
about.
Wedding
Oh.
Singer.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
It was a fun movie. It just had its like 25th anniversary, which is terrifying.
It is
For its
crazy.
20th anniversary, The Wedding Singer.
scary.
Yeah. It's
Also terrifying is that we have to take one last break. When we get back, I'm going to play my demo for everyone. And it's going to be awkward. It's mostly spoken word and accordion.
Did you record it on your iPhone?
I just won 2 hands in a row.
Welcome back, my babies. That'll do it for our show, Poker Night Live, home game, Hollywood home game, Rock Royalty. I would like to thank all of my guests. Normally, to get to hang out with these people, I'd have to spend a few $100 and click refresh on Ticketmaster a few thousand times. So this has been a real treat. That is it for us on CBS Sports, but the fun never ends at the Gardens Casino. You can play poker here literally anytime. For more poker action, check out our new live stream every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific. Head to gardenspokernight.com or twitch.tv/PokerNightTV. Coming up next Tuesday, it's Poker Night Live, Randall Emmett home game. Randall is a massive movie producer. Google him, and he's bringing in some of his famous pals, including Antonio Esfandiari. I know Antonio, too. That's not that big of a deal. And a reminder to start your morning right with a healthy serving of sports. From recapping last night's action to breaking down the top stories of the day, the boys have you covered. Catch Boomer and Gio weekday mornings starting at 6 Eastern right here on CBS Sports Network. And everyone, please donate to the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League Assistance Program. That website, again, is right there on your screen. Or you can call 306-596-1689. International long-distance rates will apply. For now, however, for Tiffany, Michelle, and everyone else at Poker Night Live, other than Jesse Abramowitz, I am Joe Stapleton saying, good night, my babies.
All right.
Good night, my baby.
I can read. They're applauding the fact that I can read. Thank you.